We've all heard of the Big Bang, a massive explosion at the center of the universe that began time and space as we know it. But how do we know the Big Bang happened? And how do we know what it looked like? One of the most important pieces of evidence is the CMB, or the cosmic microwave background. The CMB is the name given to a specific frequency of radiation that can be observed not only on all sides of the Earth, but also in all of the empty space in our observable universe. The frequency is not associated with any known celestial object, so what is it? And where is it coming from? The radiation of the CMB can be observed everywhere on Earth at an almost uniform temperature, meaning that instead of having one central source, it is arriving from all sides. The radiation is around 2.7 degrees Kelvin, which is about negative 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's coming from everywhere, and it's very cold. But what is it? The imagery of the Big Bang being an explosion at the center of the universe is actually quite misleading. Instead of a big bang, it is better described as a big stretch. Every part of space pulling apart from itself at unthinkable speeds. As the Big Bang happened, there was no center point from which it occurred, and there still isn't. Because everything is moving apart from each other, everything looks like the center. The high energy of the expanding universe made it extremely hot, but as the universe expanded more and more, the radiation cooled due to a principle known as redshift. Imagine a wavelength of a certain temperature traveling across space. A hot wavelength will be short, and a cool wavelength will be long. If the space itself expands, the wavelength will as well, lengthening and becoming cooler. It was speculated in the 1940s that if the Big Bang happened, the early radiation would have been stretched so much by the expansion of space that it would now have become microwaves at a temperature of around 5 Kelvin. Though they were wrong about the exact temperature, their theory was correct. The CMB's immensely low temperature of 2.7 degrees Kelvin is evidence that the radiation is as old as the Big Bang itself, and is thus the leftover radiation from the beginnings of our universe. Because the CMB appears from every direction, and in every empty point in space, it proves that there is no one center point where the Big Bang occurred. Today, the CMB is evidence for us not only that the Big Bang occurred, but that it was very hot, happened everywhere at once, and was unimaginably powerful.